What it do, what it do, what it does, what it does. Welcome back to Rods Reacts. And my girl Storm is in the mix. Say hey, Storm. Say hey, Storm. I told her right before we started, don't jump on me. And as soon as I start, she jump on me. She just don't want me to show up. Show up and show out. Love you, girl. So look, check it, right? It's a bear attack story. I don't know too much about it, but it said like the title is like the most gruesome bear attack it is. So let's just get straight into the video.
Every now and then, we come upon a survival story so gruesome, awesome, and improbable that we can't help but wonder, how did they do that? In this video, we'll tell the story of Jeremy Evans, a lifelong hunter that had...
Boy, that hairline gone. That beard done tore him up. Is something wrong with his nose? Like if something could be wrong with his nose. All right, look, I'm sorry. Y'all know I judge, folks.
Had a nearly fatal encounter with a grizzly sow. Horribly mauled and at the mercy of the elements, Evans endured and fought for his life with a ferocity that not many people have, scrambling to put himself together, both figuratively and literally. Jeremy Evans not only survived, but he defied all odds. And when he felt like he couldn't do it anymore, his newborn daughter saved him.
Okay. All right, Jeremy. All right, Jeremy.
At 32 years old, Jeremy Evans was a lifelong experienced hunter.
Oh, so you was in the wild messing with them. Hey, all right, now I don't care that much, man, because only God knows how many of her cousins and brothers and sisters you done just picked off. So this bear done finally got her got back. Got his, I'm going to just say her. She got her got back. Her get back. That's what I'm trying to, man, look back to me.
At that point in his life, in August 2017, he had been hunting for 17 years. Evans knew his way around nature better than most. His hunting trips would often take him
so he thought.
Deep into the bush of Alberta's Rockies in Canada, far away from most other hunters. To Evans, hunting was something to look forward to every year. It was something that took him out of the modern world and allowed him to live a more primal type of life, right in the middle of nature. Year after year, Evans would spend about 2 months running wild in the bush, hunting for deer, elk, moose, and sheep.
Oh yeah, man, so he just picking off all the animals he want. I'm kind of glad this bear got him. You know what I'm saying? Because, let's be honest, you like to be in your primal state. Well, in your primal state, there's also other predators that hunt you down. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this story. I'm a big animal person, if you can't tell.
He was an avid bow hunter, and he never ran out of luck. Until, as you can guess by now, he did. It was midnight on August 24, 2017, when Jeremy Evans left his home in Calgary, Alberta. He was going on a 3-night scouting trip in order to prepare for the opening day of ram hunting season. After loading his backpack and his mountain bike into his truck, Evans said his goodbyes to his wife Joyce and to their 6-month-old daughter. The man left home and drove some 3 hours to the spot where he'd park his truck. He was almost giddy, excited for the opening of the ram hunting season. His love for the outdoors was indeed huge, and if things went according to his plans, Evans was finally going to tag a ram. Jeremy Evans arrived at the parking spot at about 3 a.m. and left it.
Boy, who arrives anywhere at 3 a.m. if you can help it?
His truck. He put on his backpack and hopped on his mountain bike. He then started making his way down the trail, further into the wilderness of Alberta's Rockies. Alberta's Rockies are part of the Canadian Rocky Mountains. They are jagged mountains, cold and wet with moist soil, big.
This looks gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to see it, especially if this water this clear. I like to go fishing. This looks amazing.
Rivers and more glaciers than their American counterparts. But they're also spectacular mountains with scenery straight out of a fairy tale. Impressive peaks and alpine meadows,
wow,
turquoise lakes, waterfalls, and a large number of wild animals make Alberta's Rockies one of the most beautiful places on Earth. And of course, Alberta's Rockies are beloved by hunters. Jeremy Evans knew exactly where he wanted to go scouting for sheep. The spot was about 7 to 9 miles away from his base camp. As he pedaled down the trail, Evans rode past 2 other hunters. one of which looked at him with a curious and somewhat baffled expression. Evans knew exactly why. It wasn't common for hunters to venture so deep into the bush, especially not on a bike. Still, Evans didn't abandon his plan. He proceeded to ride his bike into a far back canyon. The canyon had a chilling nickname, the Crying Canyon, probably because of...
No, sir. I'm not going, no. There's no happy canyon. There's no joyful canyon. Why we gotta go to the Crying Canyon? That's his third mistake already.
Of how steep and remote it was. But where others saw danger, Jeremy Evans saw the perfect opportunity for some fruitful sheep hunting. He liked that the canyon was so remote. That meant no one would interfere with his hunting. He had a clear strategy. Let other hunters, those who wouldn't venture that deep into the wild, scare the sheep right into his sights. Once he reached the canyon, Jeremy Evans spotted...
Looking for a free project management solution that's actually free? With ClickUp, here's
a few sheep in the distance. He stopped, got out his binoculars, and started watching the unsuspecting animals. The early morning air, the scenery, and the animals made for a beautiful feeling. Evans was happy. He stood there watching the sheep for more than 10 minutes before bringing his binoculars down to shift his position. But as he brought the binoculars down, Evans saw something that he immediately knew meant trouble. There it was, just a little brown thing.
Uh-oh. Look, I know about bears, man. And one thing for sure, you don't supposed to mess or be around a bear cub. Because if you see the cub, the mama is probably already hovering over you, you know?
Running toward him. A bear cub, the man knew straight away. And where there's a bear cub, there's also a protective mama bear. Evans felt a sense of...
I told you it was a she. How did I know? How did I know? Bro, how did I know? Because I know this stuff, bro. Nat Geo.
Doom overcoming him. But he couldn't despair, not just yet. Instead of letting himself succumb to dread, the man slowly reached out into his backpack to grab his bear spray. There wasn't enough time to reach the bear spray, which was somewhere deep in his backpack. Even if he had somehow managed to reach it, he couldn't have used it anyway. Despite his experience with the outdoors, Evans had inexplicably failed to clip his bear spray on before venturing into the wild. With his bear spray out of reach and his gun unloaded.
Bro, what? How are you in the bushes? I guess that's what they call it. You in the wild to go hunting and you don't even have a gun that's loaded on you, bro. What? Don't that just kind of defeat the whole purpose? Plus, why you just loose like that? Why you just willy-nilly like that? You know what I'm saying? First off, you ain't got your bear spray. I imagine if you doing that, I feel like that's like the same or like the equivalence of having some off for mosquitoes. If you out in the wild, you know what I'm saying? Off, bear spray, pistol with bullets in it. Come on, man.
Evans knew he was in big trouble. And then he heard it. A little crack coming from somewhere behind.
Told you.
The man looked over his right shoulder and was met with a terrifying sight. There it was, a crazed-looking grizzly sow charging at him. The grizzly was less than 4 feet away.
Oh, no. 4 feet? That's like the distance from me and this camera. You know what I'm saying? It's too late.
Instant, it got near Evans and raised one of its paws. If Evans had any doubts about the grizzly's intent, and that's highly improbable, they were long gone.
I thought he had a bike. How come he didn't hop on a bike and just take off on a bike? I don't think Jeremy was thinking for real, bro. I don't think he was thinking.
Now, the bear's mouth was wide open, its powerful canines in full display, its eyes rolled back in its head. In a flash, Jeremy Evans grabbed his bicycle and set it in front of the sow. He also grabbed his backpack and tried to use it to keep the bear at bay. His plan worked, but only momentarily.
I know that plan did not work. You telling me it's an angry bear charging at you? He said that the bear eyes rolled in the back of his head. Let's go back. I want to make sure y'all heard.
Bicycle and set it in its head, its powerful canines in full display, Its eyes rolled back in its head.
Hell no. What am I grabbing this backpack to swing on him for, bro? At this point, I'm going to just square up with the bear. I'm going to beat on my chest. I'm going to give him gorilla vibes. And I'm going to fight the hell out this bear, bro. I'm just not about to cower down. I know they say that you're supposed to like curl up, you know, get in the fetal position. But I'm not doing that either, bro. You just going to have to take me out. I'm going to grab a rock and I'm going to right on, just like that. I'm escaping with my hairline.
In a flash, Jeremy Evans grabbed his bicycle and set it in front of the sow. He also grabbed his backpack and tried to use it to keep the bear at bay. His plan worked, but only momentarily. The man then grabbed his backpack and started hitting the grizzly over its head while also pushing its face away from him. But it wasn't enough. The bear managed to grab a hold of both the backpack and one of Evan's hands, piercing right through with its massive teeth. They fought like that for a little longer, until the bike got shaken off and the bear backed away about 30 feet. Evans struggled to get a hold of his gun and load it. The bear seemingly walked away. In reality,
I'm not gonna lie, I would have ran up, snatched the bear cub, and held him up. You know what I'm saying? Hold the bear cub. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? And then I might have to just kidnap the bear cub, bro. Excuse my puppies in the back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I might just have to kidnap the bear cub because you ain't gonna attack me if you want your bear cub. You dig what I'm saying?
reality, though, the fight was far from over. In a matter of seconds, the grizzly charged again. Evans threw away his backpack and booked it up the mountainside. His instinct
He should have been threw his backpack away, bro.
told him to find a tree and climb it. That's why he jumped off the ground and started climbing a spruce tree. But with one of his legs dangling low, the bear saw this as a great opportunity to attack. All of a sudden, Evans felt a set of powerful teeth sinking in behind his right knee and ripping him away from the tree.
Oh my God, bro. Can you imagine getting bit like in your thigh meat and just getting yanked off a tree? Bro, bears are humans 3.0s, bro. We cannot mess with them in any type of way.
The man hit the ground with a loud thud. The bear grabbed Evans' left side and tossed all 250 pounds of him some 6 feet away. He had to play dead. Everyone said it was the best thing to do in the eventuality of a grizzly attack. He curled himself into a fetal position and waited to see if the sow would leave him alone.
Let's see how this turned out.
But as Evans lay there on his left side, the bear bit his face.
What I tell you? Bro, I'm not about to give no bear no free lick, bro. You gonna have to just bite my other thigh. You gonna have to bite my shoulder. And as you bite my shoulder, I'm gonna eye gouge you, bro. Yeah, I'm not about to lay down and curl up and hope he's gonna leave me alone. Boy, you crazy as hell.
No, it didn't just bite his face. In fact, the powerful jaws clamped down and pulled the whole side of Evans' face, including his left eye.
Oh my Lord. We didn't even look at his eye. We didn't even check his eye out in the initial picture. Did he got the same eye? Bro, I like to think I know what I be talking about, bro. I just said, bro, I would not curl up, bro. Why would you curl up in the event of an angry bear attack? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got to get a stick and try to, you know what I'm saying? You got to get them eyeballs, man, or at least in his throat. I'm not giving no bear no free lick, period.
Evans couldn't help but think that playing dead was a pretty damn hard thing to do with a massive grizzly chewing on your face. That's when he started fighting. He started punching the bear, grabbing its ears, poking its eyeballs. He stuck his fingers in the bear's nose.
What did I just tell y'all, bro? And I promise you, I did not watch this video. I did not know about this video before I reacted to it, bro. You better fight back. This is a 250-pound man, bro. I'm like a $180, $185. And I give a bear a run for his money. This man was 250 pounds, bro. I would at least pulled out my pistol, got the pistol whipping him, bro. Like, I would have picked up that damn bike and tried to hit. I would have tried to hit the bear with the bike, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to rip a handlebar off and just get to swinging that thing, bro. I'm glad he took matters into his own hands and decided to fight this bear right on. Let's go back and see what he did.
Grabbing its ears, poking its eyeballs.
I just said poking eyeballs.
He stuck his fingers in the bear's nose.
I don't know what the hell that's gonna do. Maybe make him sneeze. You want bear sneeze on you?
And punched his hand into her mouth.
Didn't I just say eyeballs? I'm gonna try to go for his mouth. Maybe if I can shove a stick. Now I ain't putting my hand in no damn bear mouth. You feel me? That just don't even make sense. I'm not gonna even think about that. Cause as soon as I go in, he could just crush my hand, and now I'm down a hand. You know what I'm saying? I was dirt in his eye, boy. He don't know.
The bear was in distress, gagging and throwing up. The smell was horrible, something akin to horse manure and wet dog. But it didn't stop. Evans then hit its belly and took a hold of something he couldn't quite recognize. Still, he grabbed, twisted, and pulled it, which made the bear finally give up. Squealing, the sound...
Bro, he better not have touched his penis, bro. Well, no. This a girl bear. This a girl bear. So, what could it be?
Took off running through the bush and up into the mountains. Evans shot up and hurried toward his backpack. He took a hold of his phone and snapped a selfie to see just how...
That is beautiful. If I was being attacked in the scenery like this, I probably wouldn't even mind leaving. You know what I'm saying? Going to heaven, going to the afterlife, boy. I hope this is not the actual picture, bro, because this is a beautiful picture. And I don't know how he could climb up any of these damn trees.
How bad the bear got him. And it was bad. Chunks of the left side of his face were simply ripped out. The man then pulled out his gun. He thought about hunting some sheep. Obviously, Evans was in shock. And while he could see his injuries were severe, he couldn't quite feel the pain yet. But there was a chunk missing in his inner thigh, and all the tendons in his right leg were severed. Jeremy Evans started putting rounds into his gun's clip, but as he was loading his gun, something happened.
What happened?
Unbeknownst to him, the bear sneaked up behind him. It took his head in its mouth and dragged Jeremy Evans backward up the hillside.
Bro, the bear faked him out. Bro, the bear faked him out. The bear just ran in a big circle. Came back, snatched him up by his head, bro. Bro, I don't know why your gun wasn't loaded. Think about it like this. If one of the two things that he brought to defend himself was actually up and ready to go, he would have went through this. Even if it was a 9mm gun, bro. Let's just say a whole 16 shots. Bro, you'll kill a bear with 16 9mm rounds straight to the head. Or at least he gonna get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? But like I said at the very beginning, first off, I'm not doing nothing like that dolo. You know, I'm gonna have a buddy or two, maybe just one buddy, because you don't want the animal to know that you're there. You know, if you're going hunting, then I definitely have my pistols for sure. It's going down. It's going down. But I definitely would have snatched up the bear cub and took him with me. You know what I'm saying? You gonna play with me, I'm gonna play with your child. I'm just saying.
The grizzly then ripped a large chunk of skin on the right side of the man's face.
Bro, so his left side is gone, his right side is gone. That could not have been the picture of this man at the very beginning. It couldn't be. Because his face looked intact. It was just missing the hairline. Was he missing the hairline before then? Too many questions.
Using its claws, it also managed to rip his ear. As the bear chewed on his head, Jeremy Evans was giving in to his fate. He thought that was it. He thought he was going to die, and he was strangely okay with it. But when the bear shifted its position, Evans fell on the ground, and something happened to his body. It was no longer numb. It was like something simply reattached when he made contact with the ground. With its newfound power, the man could once again move his arms. His eyes were another matter altogether. His left eye was hanging out of its socket. As for his right eye, Evans wasn't sure he had one anymore.
Oh my God. So this is the photo.
In reality, it was there, but it was pulled into the man's skull. Everything was blurry. The bear loomed like a dark shadow over Evans' body. Suddenly, the man grabbed the bear, wrapped his legs around its neck, and squeezed as hard as he could. The bear ran away, squealing in pain. Jeremy Evans crawled downhill, searching for his backpack. He tried loading his gun, but he couldn't find his clip.
Oh my God. Bro, I'm laughing just about how all the difficulties he didn't have with this gun. When he first seen the bear, he tried to load up his clip. Why is your clip not loaded? Why is the mag not loaded, bro? Why is it not loaded? This is his third time trying to do something with this gun, bro. Just forget the gun at this point. It is not going to save you.
His injuries were massive. The man even contemplated taking his own life. But when he brought the gun to his head, it didn't fire. Evans took it as a sign to keep going. He grabbed each piece of skin he could find and placed them all on his skull. He wrapped everything up in a sweater to make sure the pieces wouldn't fall off. He couldn't walk. He couldn't see. He was missing chunks of his body. He was alone in the forest. He was dying. Still, he endured and struggled on. At one point, he found an outfitter's camp. He tore through the place looking for a radio or a sat phone. He couldn't find any. Jeremy Evans had to crawl over 7 miles until he reached his truck. He was arguably more dead than alive. Still, he drove for some 13 more miles until he found a family-owned lodge. The lodge's owner owned and knew how to fly a helicopter and agreed to take Evans to the hospital. While he waited for the helicopter to arrive, Evans tried to go fishing. Needless to say,
What? Wait, he just hooked the worm on a hook real quick, bro, and just cast it out there like his eyeball is not in his head? That's crazy.
the people at the lodge didn't let him do that. Jeremy Evans spent 5 weeks at the hospital. At first, doctors were certain he was going to succumb to his injuries sometime during his first night at the hospital. He didn't. Evans survived. Even more, he managed to do some hunting only 2 days after leaving the hospital.
Bro.
He was back at work only 7 weeks after the attack, with incredibly minimal injuries.
Wow.
After the attack, Jeremy Evans went on to write a book describing the events of August 24, 2017.
His teeth look good. I mean, for him to get attacked by that bear, bro, and just for him to be missing a little piece of his head, dog. Well, you know, his skin, hair, whatever. He don't look so bad.
Went on to write a book describing the events of August 24, 2017, and the lessons he's come to learn ever since.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He don't look that bad for him to go through all of that. But that should just let you know, man. You just need to be on your P's and Q's, dude. Don't go into the wild not prepared. How you don't have your bear spray and you don't have your pistol loaded, and you so far away from everybody? You know, you thought that you was just on a secret mission just to go hunting. So I'm gonna just go 30 miles deeper. It's just like, bro, you got to think about stuff like that. Then you should have had your mans with you, bro. You should have had another hunter with you that was more responsible and kept bear spray. You know what I'm saying? But I'll actually let her go hunting one day, and I'll make sure. What is my girl talking about right now? With that being said, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and I'll be back at y'all in a little bit. Peace.